What is up, everyone? This is the Gaming Life here, and today I'm going to bring you a brand new video. And this time we are going to talk about Metroid Zero Mission. So basically this is going to be like a review, kind of, not really, but in a way, yeah. So we're going to talk about Metroid Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance. And I got lucky enough to get a chance to play this video game, and I have to say it's pretty damn good for a Metroid game. I wasn't expecting much. I was honestly thinking it was going to be like a Super Metroid game, but on the Game Boy Advance, and it won't be as complex, or probably won't be as good as Super Metroid because it's a Game Boy Advance game and the buttons are different. But to my surprise, it was actually a pretty fun game, and it actually kind of compares to Super Metroid, and besides the levels kind of look the same because it's taking place on the same planet and all that. So let's get to the story. Basically, this is Samus's very first mission. I think I said that right. Samus's or Samus, you know, apostrophe S. Basically, this is her very first mission. Basically, that's why it's called Zero Mission. And she goes. It's like kind of like a remake of the first Nintendo game, the first NES Metroid game. It's probably like that. It would have been cool if you could actually play the original game on that too, but I don't know if you could do that. But whatever. So yeah, she lands on the planet. She has like a weird looking spaceship, nothing like I expected, but of course in the first game they don't even show her the spaceship, so I guess it could look like anything, right? So she lands on the planet. She has to take out the Metroids, beat Ridley, Mother Brain, you know, all that good stuff. And she gets power-ups along the way. That's kind of how Metroid is. You just get the power-ups and stuff. And I feel like I might talk about some spoilers, so it's not really that much of a story thing, but it's still like, if you don't know about the game, it'll be a really good thing if you don't listen to this part. So this is a spoiler part of the review. So here's this one part where you do the game, you get your power-ups, you get to the Metroid part, you destroy the Metroids, you beat Ridley. So you know, there's like a few bosses there. There's Kraid and there's Ridley. It's kind of like the original Metroid. Those were like two main bosses. And then you're ready to fight Mother Brain, and you have your powerful suit. You got the super missile, you got the regular missiles. You go in to the secret laboratory thing and you destroy Mother Brain. And no, it's not like Super Metroid where Mother Brain just comes back to life and does that crazy stuff. It's not like that. It's actually even better, because after you beat Mother Brain, you get on your spaceship and you fly out of the planet, and you're thinking, wow, that was a really short game. That's actually the shortest Metroid ever. I only spent exactly 5 or 6 hours just doing that, while all the other Metroids could go up to like 20 hours or more. But then you crash and the space pirates get you, and the worst part of all, you lose your suit. And this is I believe the first game where you actually get to see the Zero Suit Samus, the actual modern look of the Zero Suit Samus without her power suit. So you get some couple of cutscenes, and that's one thing about the game. It has really good cutscenes. They're not really like cutscenes like, you know, movies and stuff, but they're just like pictures and art and drawings and stuff like that. And it's really well done. Very better than DeviantArt standards, I would say. So basically, now you don't have the suit. You're very weak. You just have the little emergency pistol. If you play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you already know what that is. And you get to experience it in the Metroid series, and you just blast away and you get to charge and everything. And if you have enough energy tanks, this is one part where you need a lot of energy tanks. So if you don't have enough energy tanks, I would say you need like 6 or 7, because if you don't, then you're gonna have a bad time. This is one of the more difficult parts of the game, because you're trying to sneak around the space pirates. If they find you, they're gonna shoot you. You cannot destroy them, and it's really bad, and you die pretty easily. But after doing the space pirate little spaceship part of the game, you get your suit back. You even get the gravity suit, and you're able to go all over the place and get super powerful. You get screw attack. You get your items back basically, and you get the power bomb, and you get to fight more bosses, which is fun. You get to fight a robot Ridley, which is always a fun thing to do. So overall, I was gonna say Super Metroid Zero Mission is actually a fun game, but I have to say this, that it's actually one of the most difficult Metroid games out there. I believe Super Metroid is difficult, but it's more difficult as in, where do I go? This is a big map, big maze, right? Like in Metroid Zero Mission, for the most part, they tell you where to go, but at the same time you could still get lost. On the big map it will tell you go to this location, but there's no paths telling you where to go, so you still gotta guess where to go. So it's still non-linear, but not as much as Super Metroid. Another thing I want to say, I feel this one is probably the hardest. I haven't played Metroid Fusion yet, but I feel this one's more harder because of the bosses. They put more focus on the bosses than anything else, and you'll spend some time trying to figure out how to beat them. Some are pretty easy and some are obvious, and then even then some of them are really difficult. There's this one, it's like a giant bee, like going like in this little tunnel flying down. Of course there's always YouTubers that do like a pro gameplay of it, but I had a difficult time with this one. And I think if you run out of missiles, that's one way of beating it pretty quickly, but if you run out of missiles, the only way you could actually do a little damage is just to charge up your beam and shoot it at him. But it's just really difficult to do that either way. There are some tricks, but it's pretty difficult boss. Also, Crate is really difficult as well, even if you know how to beat him. When I was playing at first, I just had no idea how to like do damage to him. I shot him in his mouth, with his face. But the only way to beat him is to not shoot at his face or his mouth. You have to shoot him right in the eye, but like at the exact location. So there are some really annoying things. As far as the puzzle cryptic stuff that you find in other games like Metroid Prime or Super Metroid, where things are hidden and they're really difficult to find, it's not in that case with this game. It's easier to find. And even on the map, there's a little dot telling you where the items are located anyway, so it's a bit easier. I understand they're not really focusing much on the puzzles or anything like that. It's more about the bosses. Because it would explain, because in Super Metroid you had the X-ray vision, you could just find items easier. But in this one, they just tell you more or less where it is, and you just gotta find it yourself. And there are some that are really difficult to find. There's a lot of puzzle solving as well. Either way, Metroid Zero Mission, it's a really fun Metroid game. I know I could go on and on about it, but it's really worth a try. If you really like Metroid, and especially if you like the 2D Metroid, this one will probably feel like the closest thing to Super Metroid you could get on a portable gaming handheld system, whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and peace.